So I'd like to give some framework too on how to act on feedback. And what you're going to find, whether it's with your customer service agents and pulling tickets from customer service, these interviews, what you see on social media, what you see in analytics, you're going to start to see a theme and you're going to break those down. If you can map that against your customer journey and the funnel, you're going to do well. And if you can overlay it in other data, like where might there be a spike, maybe you'll see that this is great. We have no penetration in California. Why is that? And you can start teasing that about. So if you can overlay the other data, prioritize, keep track. These are, and also another thing too with the customer feedback is to listen to the word choice of the customer. How is the customer describing your product? How are they telling you you're solving their pain points? How are they telling you that they're not solving the pain point? But really listen to the word choice, because that's how you want to talk to them. If they're describing their problem as X, then come back to them as that. And then use that in your marketing and sales collateral. Feedback models. Here, I think this is one that's probably pretty familiar to people who've seen feedback. But you think about how are you asking, who you are asking, when are you asking, is there context, categorizing it, how are you doing it, where's the priority of the feedback, acting, where are you acting, what is the benefit of what you're doing, and then finally follow up. And this is where a lot of people actually go wrong. They collect feedback and then they don't follow up with the user. And you want to keep people who are engaged enough to provide you feedback. You want to keep them interested in your product. And this is a different mechanism. This is a feedback here. And this is if you have a bit more sensitive feedback. And so if you have feedback stickies, criticism, what criticism actually motivates you to take action? And compliment, what compliments, just like that exercise we did a little bit earlier, what compliments are too squishy to actually do much with? They feel good, like you were saying. The compliments feel good, but there's not much there, right? So you can start putting things into that matrix. And then this is too long to read, but I'm about to tee up a little bit about how you interact and get feedback with your peers as well. So mostly, I think here, you want to sit next to somebody and sit next to your customer and listen and ask questions and lean in. This is your opportunity to learn from the customer and extract the information than it is for the customer to speak to you. So peer feedback. I agree that it's not always pleasant, but you can provide a better product, and the more planning you can do up front, the better it is for the customer as well. So these are some basic ways. PRFAQ, who here has used this process? Yeah, a few of you. It's press release and then frequently asked questions. It comes out of Amazon. So you basically write a press release of what you think that the product might be. And then you write frequently asked questions. But there's a workshop that comes before. And the idea is you iterate again in front of your peers until it's very concise and clear what you're doing. And some businesses then put that into the business requirement document. But also for feedback and for these user tests, you want to have acceptance criteria. What is it supposed to do? And that will actually help with your customer interactions and eliciting feedback there. User acceptance tests as well. We went into some of the mechanisms, the journey mapping, the one-on-one interviews. But any work you do up front will really pay dividends down the line. And peer reviews too. So again, secure feedback, safe and attention, positive, be specific, and contextual. So again, let me go back to the product management thing example. Look, you have some grammatical errors. You get confused between they, or there and there, in lines 42 and 57. Just fix those and it's good. So that's more specific and more contextual, easier to act on as well. So the way you interact and construct your tests with users and the way you tease out information, you want to make sure that you can get to specific and actionable. So here we talked about the 5 methods for managing customer feedback. Again, user journey mapping, one-on-one interviews, NPS scores, analytics, and the voice of the customer. And here's where I want you to take away. Embrace feedback. Actually, a happy customer is a customer that you want to retain. And the more you engage with your customer, you're actually going to save in your marketing costs, and you're going to have better sales funnels as well, because you have a better understanding of what the customer is looking for and how they're using your product. Not how you're designing the product, how your customer is actually using the product. So listen and observe, categorize, prioritize, take action, follow up, and then you'll continually evolve your product. And that monster in the closet, if you open the closet door, you'll actually find it's not a monster at all. Maybe a monster tattoo, but the monster is actually feedback. Don't be afraid of it. It will help you to grow your company and better your product. So my name is Anne Retterer, CEO and founder of Mindspan. If you'd like to take this conversation more, that's my Twitter handle, anne@mindspan.com. And if you'd like to give constructive feedback to help us the evolution of Mindspan, our handle's @Mindspan for all mechanisms there. So great, and I just thank you again for coming out on a beautiful August evening.